Hello, beautiful people. So today, cinnamon buns. Yell it from the treetops, cinnamon buns. I am so excited. I haven't made these since I think Thanksgiving. So let's make some right now. We're gonna start off with approximately 2 cups of flour, which I'll change to grams in the description, but we'll start off with that. Put this to the side, we'll add it in later. We have our salt and our sugar, and just a couple dashes of cinnamon. You know, get the cinnamon flavor all the way around, right? So we'll go ahead and put this into our stand mixer just to make sure that everything is mixed together, and then we'll start adding our wet ingredients. Okay, so I have proofed my yeast with some water and some sugar. So we're gonna go ahead and pour that in here. So we'll keep the paddle as our utensil to use until the dough comes together a little more, and then I'll switch it out to a kneading. Here we have an egg and an egg yolk. We'll pour that one in as well. Make sure things are all like room temperature just for the yeast's sake. And here we have some warm milk and some melted butter, and we'll pour that in as well. And then we'll start mixing once again. Okay, so now I'm going to put about half of this in here before I switch out with the kneading. And then we'll keep going. Okay, so now that all of the flour has been put in, all the rest of the flour, then we're gonna go ahead and let this sit for about 5 to 7 minutes. It's really not a big deal how long it sits, but we're gonna let the flour absorb all of the wet ingredients before we start kneading it for about 7-8 minutes. So let's let this rest. Okay, so now that it's rested for 5 minutes, we're going to go ahead and turn this on to medium speed and let it knead for about 7 to 8 minutes. Hey guys, so it's finished kneading. This is a little warm. It's been working really hard, but it's ready to come out and get rolled into a nice ball and go for resting. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. I'm gonna use the same bowl for its resting bowl because there's no point of getting a whole new bowl. It's the same stuff going back in it. So. Leave me alone.
I didn't say anything.
He laughs at me every time. Okay, so now that I've gotten most of the dough out, I've melted a little bit of butter to line the bowl with. This will help with the non-sticking while it's rising, and I'm also gonna put some on top of the dough ball so that it doesn't stick to the plastic if it gets so big that it comes out of the bowl. Perfect. So I'll put it in here. I'll roll it around a bit to get the butter on all sides. And put some plastic over it, put it away for 1.5 hours, come back, and we'll continue with the rest of the steps. Okay guys, so we forgot to hit record. So I have punched down my dough, I've stretched it out, it's sat to be rested for 2 hours, and now I'm going ahead and putting a layer of butter on, which I do like a lot of butter, so no judgment, no judgment. But we put a layer of butter on, and then we go in with our mixture. Isn't that such a cute cup, right? I know. We go in with our mixture of cinnamon, sugar, and brown sugar. And then on the bottom section that I said to leave about 2 centimeters, we're gonna go ahead and flatten it out as thin as you can get it, because this is the part that will end up sticking itself to itself so that it doesn't unroll while it's rising. So now that we've made it all nice and flat, we can go ahead and begin. So when it comes to cutting, I've seen people use like string or some type of wire or a pizza cutter or whatever. As long as the cuts are straight and you have enough, you're good to go. So any technique that you have, use it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my trusty cutter, and I will mark out how many I want, which you can see. I'm thinking I can do 8. So here you have it. We're gonna go ahead and put these to rest for another hour or so, and we'll be back for baking. See you in a bit. Okay guys, now that these have risen a little, we're gonna go ahead and pop them in the oven. But before we do that, we're going to pour over some cream. So this is going to soak up into them, make them nice and soft and mushy gushy and so delicious. Just trust the process with this. So I like to cover them all with some cream and throw them directly in the oven. So we'll see you in a bit. Guys, we did it! We have come to the end. It has been baking. It is looking lovely. And now for the final step, the icing. It's time to taste.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if it's hot.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yes. Oh my God! Oh, look at all that. Oh,
Yeah, I was
we're
about
gonna
to
pour
say.
that over later. Okay. I grabbed myself a fork. Spoon. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready, yes.
Oh, it's so fluffy. That's what the cream does with this. It makes it nice and fluffy. I'll try and take a smaller bite, unlike him.
I'm next.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Babe. He's trying to take the whole plate. Did you see that? Did you see the hand reach for the whole plate?
No idea what she's talking about. But like if you're offering.
It's so fluffy.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Okay guys, while we finish eating the rest of this pan, go down, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow for a very new video of either a dessert or a dinner or a lunch or a breakfast, whatever you want. We'll see you later. Ha det bra!
Also.